Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Unrooted Softball Edition, and my guest for the first episode here in 2019 is none other than one of the assistant coaches on the softball team here at Menlo College, Casey Watt. Casey, thanks so much for joining me on the show.
No problem. Glad to be here.
Let's start by talking a little bit about yourself now. The two of us can't be friends, even though we share the same hometown of Salinas, California, which is amazing, by the way. But you went to Salinas High School, literally just blocks away from Palma School, where I went to, and huge rivals because, like I said, they're just blocks away. But I don't want to talk about our feud that we now have. I want to talk about you playing tennis in high school. Yeah. I saw that you played tennis in high school for a couple of years.
Yep.
How did you get into it, and how good were you?
Well, so actually kind of a funny story how I got into it. One of the girls that I played softball with, who was older, played tennis as well, and I said, hey, Casey, we need more people on the team. Here's the thing, they bring food for before every match. They have a table laid out with bagels, cream cheese, fruit, a beautiful spread before every match. You got to join the tennis team. And that's how I got it.
So really it was for the bagels.
It was for the bagels. It was definitely for the bagels. But yeah, I played doubles and had a pretty successful time at it. Just basically out-hustled everyone because I wasn't that good. Yeah. But I was fast enough that I could I had a pretty good net game when I was close. So it was fun. It was fun.
What is a net game?
Like when I was on the net. So doubles, one plays up, one plays back. Yeah. So usually I would somehow be in the front and I would just get volley.
Somehow, you say that like it's a miracle.
Yeah, well, because we would switch. We would switch. It's
but more times than not, you somehow found your way up at the net. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it worked out for the better for you.
It did, yeah. Made it to CCS 2 years, I think, my junior and senior year, so it's pretty good.
For someone who doesn't really know how to play tennis or didn't at the time, that's pretty impressive to say you went to CCS.
Yeah, I didn't completely not know, but yes.
Yeah. But you weren't
minimal skill.
Less than softball. Let's put it that way.
Yes,
much less than
much
softball.
Less.
Yeah.
Tennis was my fun. I get to have a tan sport, and then softball was more serious.
You also get a tan in softball. It's just a drastically different kind of tan.
Much worse tan.
Yeah, you could probably make that case for sure. Now, you went on to play softball at San Jose State, and you were coached by Kristen Thompson. She was on the staff over there at San Jose. What's it like now that you're coaching alongside of her and no longer under her as a player? Mm-hmm.
Well, she was Coach Hardy at the time, so I continuously call her Coach Hardy. I cannot get out of my head. But she was a great coach to play for. She was very player involved. She was always one of the best for us and really took care of us when I played under her. And I feel that same energy now that I'm an assistant coach with her. So it's been I get to know her more on a personal level, which is cool. But it's still very much the same Coach Hardy that I played for however long ago, 4 years ago. Yeah. So it's been really fun. Is
she one of the reasons you went into coaching in the first place?
She definitely played a role in it. I mean, I wouldn't be here coaching at Menlo without her having asked me to come on. So definitely a big inspiration for that, yeah. For
sure. All right, let's talk a little bit about your current Oaks squad. It's a young season, but it's also kind of a weird season with the way things have played out. 11 of your first 13 games on the schedule were rained out in the month of February. How difficult is it to keep the girls sharp and focused when there's so much fluctuation and so many cancellations in the schedule?
Yeah. The weather has just been against us, so even this morning started raining on us when it wasn't supposed to. Mm-hmm. So as far as keeping the team motivated, I think we definitely lost a little bit of momentum after not being able to play that first weekend in Reading, but we've been able to make a solid comeback from that. Just making sure, reminding everyone that we're playing. We're going into every weekend now. We're playing every game until they tell us to stop. Last weekend we played stop for 2 games, and I'm sure you were in the,
Yes,
you were hiding under the tent, so you had a good seat for that one. But we've just been going, and I'm really proud of how they've responded, because it's extremely difficult to keep going when you're under those conditions. So it's been tough.
Yeah.
It's been tough.
So despite those difficulties in the schedule, the Oaks still played 6 games this past weekend against teams ranked inside the top 10 in the NAIA. How important are these early season tests for a team?
Extremely important. It's important to see how well we're hitting against top 10 teams, how our defense is ranked, how our pitching is stacking up. It's been cool because we've been in every single one of those games, even the ones that we didn't ultimately come out on top of. We've seen a lot of growth from A to B, so it's very important to test yourself early in the season. That's been our coaching philosophy for Coach Hardy's or Coach Thompson since her first year here. We want to play the best so we can be the best.
And it seems like the offense really has not skipped a beat in those 6 games. The Oaks offense just as dangerous as it has been in years past. What can you say about the depth of the offense and the ability for 1 through 9 players to step up and get hits?
We have a dangerous lineup right now, and I'm extremely proud of them. Especially our returners have been stepping up. They've been really showing a lot of growth in the mental side of hitting this year. Our freshmen have jumped right on board, ready to go. It's honestly tough to make a lineup because we have so much depth and so many people that we can put in situations that I know are capable of getting the job done. So I'm extremely proud of our hitters on that. They haven't faltered. It was definitely a good showing when we had to have that comeback. We might not have come out on top, but just knowing that we could come back against OIT last Sunday, it was big time for our offensive abilities. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad I'm not in your position though, having to create a lineup 1 through 9 where your 9th place hitter some days could eventually be your number 3 hitter.
Oh, 1,000%.
I mean,
up and down. We could debate all day long, but it's been a blessing to know that they will be able to get the job done. No matter where we are in the lineup, we're going to start something, we're going to score runs. It's been really, really good.
Absolutely. Now, the Oaks are scheduled to go up to Idaho this weekend to play some teams that you guys haven't played at least for a couple of years now. Since this is the final week of play before conference play begins at home, what are you hoping to see improve from the team this weekend?
I'm hoping to see all 3 aspects of the game firing at the same time. So we need to show up offensively, we need to show up defensively, and our pitching needs to be there. So I think as long as we can kind of get more cohesiveness in that, then it will be a win for this weekend.
And also just play the games.
Yeah.
I think part of it too.
Oh, and get the games in. Yeah. I'm hoping it's not snowing and raining on us, but we've put ourselves up against challenges this entire season, and the girls have responded well, so looking forward to it.
So what's a few more weather-related issues at this point in the year, right?
Exactly. Doesn't faze us anymore.
Ladies are unfazed when it comes to that. All right, Casey, let's get into the final segment of the show. It's called Brownie Bites. I'm going to ask you 3 off-the-wall questions. Give me your best answers.
All right.
Question number 1, which athlete of yours would make the worst tennis player?
If I had to pick one, I really couldn't. I don't think any of you guys would be great tennis players. I'm sorry. The way that they dodge the ball when I hit tennis balls at them leads me to believe that they wouldn't show up.
Now, why are you hitting tennis balls at them? That's the question.
Oh, reaction time. They like Coach Thompson to hit them at them better than me hitting them at them. But
why is that? Is she not as accurate? Or wait, is she more accurate? That might be the reason why.
Yeah, a little bit less.
Oh, you're more aggressive.
A little less power on hers.
Oh, so you're really trying to test the reaction time.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I'll be sure to, whenever I see tennis balls in your possession, I'm going to stay clear.
Yeah, run away.
Yeah, I will. Question number 2, which athlete of yours is the biggest fan of the slip and slide?
Slip and slides, I would have to say Wendy, because she only knows how to dive and doesn't know how to slide. So I think the slip and slide would be her thing.
Yeah, you really can't slide on a slip and slide, can you?
You dive. Dive. I'm pretty sure you dive on a slip and slide.
Yeah,
So
I don't think I ever once in my lifetime slid
No.
on a slip and slide.
No.
Because you got to launch yourself head first, because if you take a step on that tarpy material, you're slipping and you're done for.
Yeah. My only memory of slip and slide is sliding over a bee. So me and slip and slides don't really
Sliding over a bee? You
bee.
slid over
I got
a bee?
Stung, yeah. Not a fond memory association with.
Well, now we gotta hear the story now, because you just uncovered it.
Well, I just slid over a bee. I'm telling you, I just head first dove into a bee. I got a huge welt on my side.
Oh.
It was not a good time. Not a good time. So no slip and slides for me.
Okay. I've never heard of anything that, I want to say, random happening on something like that. I mean, the odds of you falling on the bee,
no,
just can't be good.
A lot of things happen to me that's just not good.
And you say it with a laugh.
Yeah, it's fine.
What a trooper.
Right.
And then question number 3, when doing the pregame dance, which I've still only seen one time, who is the least coordinate?
Morgan for sure. The first time we did it, she just so happened to be in the middle, and so it was painfully obvious that she wasn't quite in step with the rest of the group. But gotta love it. Tries hard though. Put her best effort on it, but definitely the least coordinated.
That's why we saw her in the middle, right?
Yeah.
She's trying to hide herself.
She was trying to
from
hide,
everybody. Yeah.
but it also made her more obvious.
In a way,
so,
yeah.
It's all right. She gave her best.
And why haven't we seen the dance in every game? I've only seen it once out of like the 4 times that you've played.
It's been kind of more of a sporadic thing in the, hey, you guys don't really look super ready, peppy today, so let's do something else, or if we had time. So the girls love it.
It certainly is something. I'll say that.
It is something.
How long did it take for you to learn the dance?
Honestly, not that long.
Okay.
They took an afternoon and did it in the cafeteria. Learned in the cafeteria or something.
That's
or
impressive.
The student union corner.
It's impressive, because it would probably take me about 5 years to learn that dance. So
yeah, don't sign me up for
it. You just watch.
I'll just cheer them on.
Yeah. Go girls, yay. Casey, thanks for joining me on the show. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Folks, the softball team is heading up to Idaho this weekend, and yes, there is the potential for some snow in the forecast, but the Oaks are hoping to get 6 games in Friday, Saturday, Sunday up in Idaho. Northwest Nazarene on the schedule, College of Idaho, and Willamette as well. Stay tuned to menloathletics.com for information about streaming, stats, and recaps of all 6 games from the weekend. We invite you to tune in to the next episode of Unrooted Softball Edition, when Casey Watt will select the first athlete of hers to be interviewed by me, Brian Brownfield, right here on the show. Until then, we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.